Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. Tensions are flaring between Pakistan and Afghanistan after a cross-border firing incident at Chaman on Thursday. The Chaman border crossing is used by hundreds of people to travel between the two countries. Now, this movement has been restricted for the past few months due to the COVID-19 outbreak. The gates are opened for a brief period of time every day, only for essential passage. On Thursday, when officials sought to close the gate, things got out of hand. Protesters attempted to forcibly remove barricades and cross the border. In response, the frontier forces of Pakistan opened fire on the protesters, and soon things escalated into cross-border firing. As per the Assistant Commissioner of the Chaman town, 4 people were killed and 28 others were wounded on the Pakistani side. On the Afghanistan side, there are reports of more numbers of casualties. Afghanistan's Chief of Army Staff General Yasin Zia has said that 15 people were killed and 80 injured in the shooting. Zia said that the Afghan forces were responding to shelling by the Pakistani forces on the border and also on the residential areas in the Kandahar province. A few days ago, Afghanistan had filed a complaint with the United Nations Security Council over the cross-border rocket firing by Pakistan. Afghanistan said that these actions by Pakistan were in violation to the Charter of the United Nations. Artillery attacks by Pakistani forces on the eastern and southern parts of Afghanistan have been happening for many years. The Pakistan government has, however, been in complete denial of conducting these attacks. Meanwhile, General Yasin Zia has directed all army corps to get ready for another round of artillery fire from Pakistan. Those stationed on the borderline and the Air Force and Special Forces have also been asked to stay on the alert. Now, our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik is live with us from Karachi. Good evening to you, Anas. Tensions flaring between Pakistan and Afghanistan with the situation yesterday with the officials seeking to close the gate at the border and civilians dying on both sides. What is the current situation?
Well, the current situation is that the situation remains very tense. Even now, there's a jigger that is ongoing between the Afghan side elders and the Pakistani side elders on both sides of the border. That happens to be in Spin Buldak on the Afghan side and in Chaman on the Pakistani side. Now, this the latest row that started yesterday because there were protesters on either side of the border. They wanted to cross over. Remember, after the post-COVID scenario, the crossing was for pedestrians. It is only limited for Saturdays, but due to Eid, that is today in Afghanistan and tomorrow in Pakistan, the border crossings were opened unprecedentedly on Wednesday and Thursday in order to facilitate crossings of families on either sides of the border, and that was closed. And after that, we saw that turning violent. The Pakistani side using force to prevent protesters from going closer to the border terminals. Similar to that, Afghan side also using force on its side, and that resulted in killing of civilians on both sides of the border. At least 4 civilians on Pakistan side have been killed, 28 have been injured. This is what has been confirmed by the Assistant Commissioner of Chaman as well, and the Afghan side is also alleging that Pakistan is also using rockets, though we're yet to see a comment on that matter from the Pakistani Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We're yet to see on that. The Pakistani Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has responded and said that things would be resolved amicably. Afghan side has maintained that at least 15 civilians have been civilian lives have been lost and another 80 have been injured. Situation currently in Chaman remains very, very tense. Yes, Alison.
Anas, thank you very much for that report. Anas Malik bringing us the latest there from Pakistan.